Well, for more on this, Frank Elbers joins us live from Bucharest. He's a journalist covering Moldova. How significant are these results?
These are very significant results, despite the interference by Kremlin initiatives, the ruling government by the Party for Solidarity and Action, PAS, which is founded by President Maya Sandu, has once again secured a majority, which will then allow them to execute their main programmatic goals, which are joining the European Union by 2030, and also to modernize the country after many, many years of governments that have been looking mostly at Moscow.
And what happens next after this result, and what does it mean possibly for EU membership?
Well, it keeps Moldova on track, and hopefully accession talks will soon start. As you know, the accession negotiations are tied to Ukraine, as both Moldova and Ukraine were made candidates for EU membership back in 2020, shortly after the full-scale invasion by Russia into Ukraine. And this means that there are no barriers for that from the Moldovan side. It would also allow the government to deliver on some of the promises that they made 4 years ago when they won a majority the first time. And among those are lowering energy prices, which have been very high, in part by caused by the war in Ukraine, but also to tackle inflation and cost of living, which really has affected many Moldovans over the past few yeurs.
And Frank, just give us an idea of how people voted, and was it a younger generation that wanted this pro-EU view for their country, or was it a mix also of a more older generation as well?
It's actually mostly the diaspora. They were decisive. Around 20% of voters live abroad. Moldovan voters live abroad, and they generally tend to support the party of Action and Solidarity, PAS, Maya Sandu's party. And then another large number of voters are concentrated in the capital city, Chisinau, and so together they made that 52% of the vote ended up in the camp of the ruling party.
And Frank, just of course, there is. We've been mentioning that the link that this has been defeating the other party, a Russia-aligned opponent. Has there been any reaction from people that were wanting the opponent to win this election?
Yeah, the second party, the Patriotic Bloc, as they call themselves now, is a coalition of several former communist and socialist parties. They actually already claimed victory even before the polls closed at 9 p.m. In the evening, last evening, and they organized a protest for today at noon, which is very poorly attended. They claimed that they won the election. They maintained that claim, but there was very little animo for their supporters to come out on the streets. So I presume that the leader of this party will fairly soon come with a statement to accept a loss in these elections, these pivotal elections for Moldova.
Absolutely, Frank. Thank you so much, Frank Elbers, a journalist live there from Bucharest.